Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we'll be doing a little video on the top 5 best supports for patch 6.13. It's been a very long time since we've done a support tier list. I think the last time was in 6.8, so we should probably do one. And also this video will be sponsored by Pro Guides. Check them out if you want to have some fun. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. So coming up at number 5 is going to be Braum. Braum is one of those champs who are like, hey, fuck you and your poke, and uses his shield. Also, like, a lot of tanky supports have been nerfed, such as Alistair, and he's like the only one standing around. So like, in my opinion, he's probably the best tanky support right now. And I mean, he offers a lot of CC, decent damage, and just being this guy who likes to stun people. But yeah, he hasn't really been touched in the last few patches, so he's going to be in the top 5 still. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. You can go Swifties or you can go Ninja Tabi, it's up to you. Next up, coming at number 4 is gonna be Bart. So Bart has a lot of utility, has great laning presence with his auto attacks and Q, and also has great roaming presence. Is definitely a champion that someone should main if they want to carry as a support. Now this champion is very hard to use, so I don't recommend it for beginners, but if you want to be cool, I recommend playing him. But yeah, Bart is one of those champions who do a lot of damage and is just super annoying to deal with, but he does fall off in the late game since doesn't really have any numbers to scale with. I mean, his W doesn't really scale. The only thing that he has useful is his E, Q, and R, which of course are all utility, but the only thing he can do at that point is build tanky. Anyways, here is a recommended build for him. Now, coming up at number 3 is gonna be Soraka. So Soraka, I stopped playing her after she got nerfed, and I was like, and then Ignite changes, I was like, maybe, but maybe not. But then, Mikhail's and Ardent Sensor have been buffed and now give more healing and shields. So with that being buffed, this is going to be an indirect buff for her, which is going to make her a little bit stronger. And also the coin line, that got buffed, so, she does spam her Q for the spell thieves, but she would much prefer something like the Talisman of Ascension. And she also does like armor, so it does have synergy with her. And basically just a bunch of indirect buffs have made her a little bit better. Well, actually a lot more better. And I mean, yeah, 15% more healing off Mikhail's or whatever, that's really good for her, since like more than half her spells heal her and her allies. Anyways, here is the recommended build for her. It's definitely a little different from what I had before, so go ahead and try it out. Next up at number 2 is gonna be Karma. So she's just like super powerful right now. She's one of the most like picked champions out there, and she's also appearing a little bit in the mid lane. Now, in the laning phase, she has a lot of pokes, so she can harass enemy and cause a lot of zoning. But her biggest strength is her ability to basically give her whole team a free Shurelias. This is really good for initiating or kiting away and just being super annoying in these team fights. And yeah, the AoE like Shurelia shield is just awesome for initiating. Also, in this patch, she has got an indirect buff because of Mikhail's being buffed and also Ardent Sensor and just giving more shields, but not really a healing part. But I mean, she does spam her shields a lot, so that's a little increase on it. But yeah, it just brings a lot of, well, movement speed to her team and kiting and just being a nuisance. Anyways, here's a recommended build for her. And now the number 1 champion for me, at least, is gonna be Janna. So now Janna goes the coin item path and actually brings a lot of movement speed to her because, she's already fast. So when she's just moving down towers, she gets some movement speed from Point Runner. Also gets a little tanky, and this is definitely a better choice to get than Spell Thieves Edge for her at the moment, since sometimes you can't really get the Spell Thieves Edge stacks. And she also has Mikhail's, which gives her increased healing and shields for her E and R. And also she is a really good champion right now, even before these indirect buffs. So this makes her like really OP, and I can definitely see her being one of the most OP supports at the moment. Anyways, here's a recommended build for her. And now we're going to be doing some honorable mentions, and first up is going to be Blitzcrank. In this patch got a nerf to his ultimate where the cooldown went higher, so he can discharge a little bit less, and that means less all in. Like, it doesn't really hurt the levels 1 to 5, but say if he's just going to roam and he wants to gank 2 lanes in like a minute, well, he won't have his ultimate up and maybe he can't get a kill off that. So right now he's just an honorable mention. If you're good with him still, then go play him, but I think there's better supports at the moment. Anyways, here's my personal recommended build for him. And next up is going to be Thresh. So just like Blitzcrank, it's more of an honorable mention, and because he is not really good in the general hands, but if you like main him or play him a lot, then go for it. I think he should be honorable mention for the rest of the support tier list series, but maybe if he becomes super OP again, I don't know, some buffs, then he'll be really good. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. And then last up we have Zyra. So she got nerfed this patch with their seeds spawning so often in the early game, and also her AI on her like plants basically don't damage people as much because he used to like target them even if Zyra wasn't attacking them, so there's a little bit less harass. And now she's just like a decent support, not really OP anymore. Anyways, here's a recommended build for her. And finally, for the last honorable mention is going to be Taric. So he's one of my personal favorites, but I feel like a lot of other high elo players do not like him, and I guess I'm the only one, I don't know. But honestly, I feel like if a pro player played him and was just, you know, mastered him or whatever, he'd be really good. But again, I'm just a pleb and I'm not too good, and I'm just, you know, I just know the basis of him. But I think he does scale really good into the mid game and late game, so he's really good for low ELOs. Anyways, here's a recommended build for him. And finally, we're going to be doing a segment where I answer some questions, and first up, Loki asked, what about Alistar? Although this question was a long time ago, Alistar did get nerfed, like his healing costs a little bit more mana, his ultimate has been reduced to 50% at level 6, and just basically, you know, I don't know, I don't think he's that good at all anymore. Next up, Rana98 asked, what about a Mumu support? I don't want to crush your dreams, but I'm going to crush him, it's fucking garbage, and he belongs in lower elo in the jungle. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. If you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.